The following program was produced by CinemaMilkshake.
And now, our feature presentation.
Greetings and salutations. I'm Ryan, and this is my podcast.
Cool.
It's about movies.
Oh, there's a big surprise!
Hey, I've seen several thousand of them, okay? I need to do something with all that useless knowledge banging around in my head.
Brother, you said it.
There are many different types of movies, and many different types of people who like them.
It's a crazy world. Someone ought to sell tickets. Sure, I'd buy one.
So, I've asked some of these beautiful people to recommend movies to me that I've never seen.
You gotta come take a look at this.
This hunt better be good!
And then they join me to talk about them.
Uh-oh!
Give you any idea what you're getting yourself into, Daddy-O?
Try me.
Thanks for the opportunity.
You got it.
Any genre, any decade, from anywhere in the world.
Now that's what I'm talking about!
So what have you got?
Now the fun begins.
Let's all go to the movie.
Will it kill me or thrill me? Kill me?
Thrill me.
Kill me?
Kill me?
Thrill me.
Kill me?
Thrill me.
Kill me?
Twist! Are you not entertained?
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Kill Me or Thrill Me. This is the podcast where I invite people to recommend movies to me, and then after I watch them, they come on the show and discuss them. And today we have my first returning guest. We've got Hojo back.
Hi,
Hi, Hojo.
did you miss me?
I did. Full disclosure, because I don't think we discussed this last time, but Hojo and I live in the same house.
Yeah, and your other podcast fell through, so I'm here.
Well, we didn't have to tell everybody
Sorry.
that. But yeah, okay.
I don't want people to think I'm, like, dying to be, you know what I mean?
You stepped in because a previous guest, we had issues with the recording, and so I asked you, because you were the one with the most availability, to come in, because you already had your other movie picked out as well.
Yeah.
So it just works out. Yes, you are the first returning guest, not the one I planned on having, but you'll do.
Thanks.
Yeah. Here we are both with our glasses filled with semen-laced bathwater
And
to
our
discuss today's movie.
mouths are covered with period blood.
Yes. I thought I was asleep the other night. Next thing I knew, I woke up in some stranger's bathroom, scooping semen water out of their bathtub. Maybe you'll hear about it on the news. I don't have any recollection of how I got there.
That's so transgressive.
I know, it's transgressive with a capital T. Anyway, Hojo, remind everybody who you are, reintroduce yourself, and then tell me which movie you brought me, so they know why we're talking about semen bathwater.
Well, we just like to talk about semen and blood.
That does happen a lot in this house, yes.
My name is Hojo. I am sick.
You know, we're both a little under the weather.
Yeah, my name is Hojo. I'm an improv comedian and burlesque dancer from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And the movie I picked to show Ryan was Saltburn, directed by Emerald Finnell.
Finnell.
I've been saying fennel this whole time.
Fennel. Isn't that that's like a grain, isn't it?
No,
Fennel?
that's farro. Fennel is like a onion adjacent vegetable.
Oh, fennel.
Yeah.
I like those.
You're thinking of farro, the grain.
I was just thinking of fennel. I thought it was a grain.
No.
Fennel. Saltburn 2023. Written and directed by Wunderkind. Did I say that right?
I guess.
You're more German than me.
I guess.
Wunderkind.
Not, you're making it worse.
Okay. Emerald Finnell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had picked this one out a while ago because, we'll just get this right off the bat, you hate this movie.
Yes, I picked it because I hate it, and I wanted to talk about how much I hated it, and I wanted to meet, hopefully, someone else who hates it, because I feel like I'm the only one who just did not find this movie, interesting. Or I just remember in 2023, I still had TikTok at the time. I was watching TikToks.
Wow.
A lot of like cooking videos and stuff about movies. And there were kids on TikTok leaving this movie like they had just seen Salo.
Yeah, scandalized.
Yeah, they were like, that was the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. Oh my God, that was so nasty. And like, I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch it, Yeah. And it was not like that. Like there are some things, like if you say it out loud, it sounds pretty transgressive. But as someone who's one of my favorite films is Necromantic, like
Necromantic.
Fucking a grave is not that.
Well, okay. Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Well, we'll get into it.
Yeah, Saltburn, apparently highly controversial, or not even well, I guess I don't even know what that means anymore. It's divisive.
Divisive. It wasn't. I actually don't think it's divisive because I've never met anyone who hates it as much as I do.
Well, okay, and that's a fair point. You do hate this movie. You hated it when you first saw it. You watched it months ago. And I remember walking into the living room.
I watched it years ago.
Oh, you did. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I rewatched it for this so I could make sure.
Been a while.
I actually hated it.
Yeah, you rewatched it, which you didn't have to do, but you did.
I am a professional.
I know. And I remember the first time you watched it, I came downstairs right as Barry Keoghan was dancing around naked at the end. Mm-hmm. And I had just seen that, I'll get this pronunciation wrong, but Beau Travail?
Beau Travail.
Beau Travail.
I'm pronouncing it wrong too, so.
Beau Travail.
Beau Travail is the closest with my Midwestern accent I can get.
Okay. Well, I had just seen that for the first time, and he is not nude dancing at the end.
No.
But my first thought was, oh my God, is she stealing from Beau Travail?
Well, that's the thing. I hadn't thought about that the first time I watched it, but then the second time I'm like, because the way Barry Keoghan is dancing is so like awkward.
Yeah.
But it's not awkward enough to be that scene at the end of Beau Travail because Denis Lavant is like a dancer. Like he's an actual dancer. So
yeah,
he's moving around in a way that seems chaotic.
Yeah.
But it's actually very intentional. Like I love that scene in Beau Travail. I love it.
Yeah. It's great.
And I was watching it yesterday.
Yeah.
And not Beau Travail, Saltburn, unfortunately. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is supposed to be that. It's supposed to be like some type of
liberating
dance, but like it's not even manic. It's like it's just him walking through the fucking house to that Murder on the Dance Floor, which is a great song. And I hate that I have to think about that terrible dance scene because I love a choreography moment.
I know you do. So basically, we've got two people that are slightly under the weather talking about a movie that you not only hate, you purposely chose it for me to watch because you hated it.
Yes.
Which I gotta applaud you. I do believe you're the first guest to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I encourage my guests to do that. That is one of their options. This does not. You don't have to come on the show with a movie you like.
Well, if there's one word that I could use to describe myself, it's trailblazer.
Right.
Trendsetter. Tastemaker. That's three words. Sorry,
words.
That's 3 words. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Plus actor.
Yeah. No. Great. Yeah, you're trailblazing all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Blazing that trail. Why don't you tell me? What is this movie about?
Saltburn is allegedly a psychological thriller. I've also heard it described as a comedy. It's about college students who are like obsessed with each other in a very weird, creepy, gross way, but that's what it is on paper. It's about Barry Keoghan's character, obsessed with Jacob Elordi's character. I think their names are Oliver and Felix. And Felix thinks Oliver has an abusive home life, so he kindly invites Oliver to his eccentric rich family's estate called Saltburn for the summer. And twisted, crazy, fucked up things happen at Saltburn.
Yes. All of those words were capitalized with a trademark after them, a little TM.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a is is he legit friends with this guy, or is he just worming his way into it? You know, it's got all that. So let's, before we get too far into the movie itself, we should talk about the director, Emerald Finnell. And she was an actress for, well, let's just cut to the chase. She comes from money.
Yeah, she had a thirst for knowledge. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, she studied. No, she was definitely a privileged woman, which doesn't in and of itself mean anything. But she was an actress. I believe she started out on some shows over there in the UK, right?
Call the Midwife, I think, is the biggest one. She was also in, what is that movie that I can't watch? The Danish Girl?
Oh, The Danish Girl. Yeah, she was in. Anyway, she was an actress, and then she made her directorial debut with a film called Promising Young Woman, which was allegedly an elevated rape revenge story.
Well, it's allegedly an elevated rape revenge movie, but the revenge she's getting is like not even like just having a weird, serious conversation with the men.
That movie was nominated for several Oscars, including Best Picture. She was nominated for Best Director, and she won that year for Best Original Screenplay. I personally did not like Promising Young Woman at all. Not for the reasons that people are going to accuse me of because I'm a guy. I agree with just because a guy's got a quote-unquote promising future doesn't mean the woman doesn't too. And we got to quit favoring guys that have quote-unquote promising futures. If they commit a crime, they should be punished just like anybody else.
Yeah.
So I approved this message. But again, I thought the film was... I remember saying on Letterboxd that it made me long for the relative subtlety of I Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah, well, it's just, it doesn't... I felt like her encounters with the men were not revenge. Like, she just had them walk away with a
scolding?
Yeah, a scolding. Which is not as impactful as... I don't know. There was actually... I didn't really like this movie either, but there was a film called Cannibal Mukbang.
Yeah.
That actually did achieve that concept better.
Okay.
Even though it's about cannibals.
I'm waiting for someone to bring that one to me.
Cannibal Mukbang?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'll just say if you took all the mukbang stuff out of the movie, it wouldn't even matter. So I don't know why it's called Cannibal Mukbang. Anyway, Promising Young Woman. Seemed very student filmy to me for something that was nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know.
I don't disagree. I don't...
I remember not having that harsh of an opinion about it when I watched it initially. But I think I just really liked Carey Mulligan's rainbow wig.
Oh.
So.
Okay, that's fair. I guess before we move any further, spoiler alerts. So if you have not seen this film and you plan to, you might want to pause the podcast, go watch it. We'll wait. Okay, so you're back. That's great. Anyway, we're gonna discuss some spoilers because you really can't discuss this movie without discussing the spoilers.
No.
Okay, a couple other things. Saltburn, we mentioned 2023. This was her follow-up. Did not do as well at the Oscars as her previous film. And it's still, I don't know, Letterboxd has a 3.4 out of 5 rating on this. IMDb sets it at a 7 out of 10 score. And on Rotten Tomatoes, this sets at a 72 with the critics and a 79 with the audience. So do with that information what you will.
I think that sounds appropriate.
Okay.
I mean, because I don't think my opinion is the norm about this movie. I think it was received as either so fucked up and dangerous, or like just meh.
I mean, you've kind of already answered my first question about why you picked this. So what I'm going to do now is ask you, this is a new little feature I'm adding. I'm going to give my guests the opportunity right now at the well, it's not quite the start of the show, but would you like to make a prediction at this point as to where you think I'm going to land on this movie?
If you don't hate it, I will kill myself on your podcast. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, I don't think you liked it.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Mark that one down, folks. We will see.
Just based on, like, the amount of movies you've seen and the amount of, like, quote-unquote fucked up movies you've seen, I'm predicting that you found this to be boring.
Okay.
Or worse.
Okay.
Boring at best.
Noted. Everybody's writing that down on their scorecards at home to see if your prediction is true. I also have a octopus over here that flips a rock in his tank to predict which side's, kill me or throw me is going to win.
Is that a thing?
You don't know about the octopus that chooses the Super Bowl winners?
Wait, I think I have heard about that.
Or maybe it's a dolphin, or maybe it's a crab. I don't know. It's some critter.
It's probably an octopus, yeah.
It's some critter that I think for like 20 years straight, or however long it lived, it predicted every Super Bowl. I don't know. So my first question for you then, about Saltburn, because we've already established you hate it.
Yeah.
And you brought this movie to me because you hate it. And again, I totally appreciate that. What are your thoughts on... Well, let's just get into your thoughts on the director, Emerald Finnell. Just based on the work of hers you've seen, interviews you've read, discourse online. Give me your unfiltered, unbridled thoughts on this creative individual with more Oscar nominations under her belt than we will ever have.
I think she's a disgrace. She's a disgrace to humanity, and she's a disgrace to... No, I'm sorry, I'm quoting Tiffany Pollard. I
don't know who that is.
Maybe someday we'll talk about it. It's reality TV.
Oh, okay.
She's insufferable to me in interviews. I'm sorry. I'm sure I always want to give people a chance. I would love to have a conversation with her, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just to figure her out, because
kind of like how I am with J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
Like, I want a one-on-one with J.D. Vance.
Yeah, like,
and be like, dude, what are you doing?
What's your whole deal? Yeah.
Yeah, like, I know deep down you're not...
There's, like, a human in there, but I think...
Yeah.
I don't think she lacks humanity. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think she has a very fun visual style in her movies. I haven't seen Wuthering Heights. I've seen the other two.
Yeah.
But one thing that really bothered me about her talking about Wuthering Heights, because you know the controversy behind that, right?
I do not.
Okay. I haven't read Wuthering Heights. I'm sorry. I'm an uneducated loser.
Unfortunately, I have.
You don't like it?
I did read the book in AP English, and I hated it. And nothing against the Brontes. Nothing personal. I just don't. It's not my style. I like the story. I just couldn't get past the writing.
I'm open to reading it at some point. I like kind of a sweeping period piece.
Sure.
It's not a period piece because it was written back then, but you know what I'm talking about. I like that,
right.
The yearning and the
it's considered a gothic.
Yeah, that type of thing. And Emerald Finnell is obviously a fan of gothic stories.
Right.
But the first controversy was Heathcliff in the book is described as a person of color, but she cast Jacob Elordi because, attractive man, I guess.
He's a very attractive man.
Yeah. He's got his looks are compelling, and I know that's why she cast him.
I'd hit that.
Yeah, I mean, he's very tall.
Well, that's...
No, I think he's an attractive person. I'm not, disparaging him at all. He was great in Frankenstein. That was the first controversy. And then it just became clear that she was not directing a version of Wuthering Heights in anything but, the names of the characters.
Okay.
And it was taking a complex story and turning it into like a tawdry romance, I guess, according to some fans of Wuthering Heights.
Okay.
And as I said, I have not read it. I can't really, put my analysis in there. Like, my favorite version of Wuthering Heights is the Kate Bush one, which is a 3-minute song.
Yeah.
So, hearing her describe it after all the backlash, she was like, well, everyone has a version of Wuthering Heights in them. So she named it with quotation marks around it. It's Wuthering Heights in quotes.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yes.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So that I don't. I just think she's full of shit.
Okay. No, that's fair. I guess I don't really have an opinion on her one way or the other. I agree with, not necessarily with Promising Young Woman. I don't think the look of that movie was pretty just standard to me. But I do think Saltburn is quite, it's pretty to look at.
Mm-hmm.
I particularly, there were several moments actually where I really liked the cinematography.
Yeah.
And the production design of it, I thought was was if nothing else, it had that going for it.
Yeah, like when they're doing there's like a part where they're like, I think they're graduating or something.
Yeah.
And there's like confetti and it's all
Yeah.
bright rainbow, and that's beautiful. And like the costumes, I think, are fun sometimes.
Yeah.
I was in college in 2006, and I think this is supposed to take place in 2006, right?
It opens in 2006, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, I think the bulk of the movie is 2000, and then obviously in the third act we realize it's been a few years, but
right. But a lot of the clothes kind of took me back, except for Jacob Elordi's. He looked terrible.
Oh, okay.
His clothes I did not like at all. Like the bulky sweaters.
I'm not much of a fashion person, so I can't.
The eyebrow.
I know you are.
The eyebrow piercing he has. I've also seen an interview with Emerald Finnell where she talks about having to justify the eyebrow piercing, and like, just shut the fuck up. It was a bad choice.
Yeah, okay. That's
I feel like eyebrow piercings were out by then.
Yeah, I don't really remember one way or the other, but
I don't know.
I noticed it, but I was okay, whatever. Didn't really.
The costumes in the party scene, the birthday party scene, really great.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his sister or his cousin, the blonde girl. I think her name's Venetia. Venetia.
Yeah.
The character Venetia. Her clothes are great. That is exactly how I remember, like, cool, messed up girls dressing back then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's great. That's a positive. See, I said something nice.
No, and that's good. Now we've got to talk about the main actor in this movie, Barry Keoghan.
Mm-hmm.
He is, I don't know if this was the first movie he made after his sort of breakout role in the Banshees of Inisherin. But this was his most prominent after that, because he got an Oscar nomination for Banshees, and did not win, I don't think. But no, he didn't. But this was a big starring role for him in this one. He's front and center. Also,
he's playing like a quote unquote normal guy, because like in the past he's either like a little impish foil to the main character, I guess.
Right.
And in this he's like almost a romantic lead. So that is, I think, a new point in his career.
What do you think about Mr. Barry Keoghan as an actor? Like, I know I first saw him in The Killing of the Sacred Deer.
Hate that
another
movie.
film I hate that movie too.
Hate it so much. It's one of my least favorite movies.
Hate it. Passion unequal to the fury of 1,000 suns, as my brother would say, is how much I hate that movie.
And I like most Yorgos movies.
Okay.
Yorgos Lanthimos movies. I don't know how, because I love The Favorite, love Poor Things, loved Begonia. I like Dogtooth a lot. there's no other director that like I consistently like that I have one that is so like low on my list of films that I've seen.
I have that for Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, so obviously I have like I associate that movie with Barry Keoghan a lot, so sometimes I feel like I don't like him because I don't like that movie.
Right.
But he's done nothing, well, unless you're a Sabrina Carpenter fan, he's done nothing wrong. That's another, we don't have to talk about that.
Okay. So, but I mean, what is he off-putting to you? Do you like him? Do you think he's good?
I'm ambivalent. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that he's done that's like, well, I guess he was really compelling in Banshees of Inisherin.
I was going to say, yeah, I actually thought he was really good in that.
I also enjoyed him. I think he was in The Green Knight.
Yes.
I enjoyed his character
Which
in that.
I have not seen. Well, he was in The Batman. He was an unseen Arkham prisoner. So
he's supposed to be the Joker.
Oh, was he?
And we don't have time
to
analyze my opinions about the Joker as a character in specifically.
I've never seen that movie, so
we don't have time for that. But
yeah, we can get into that some other time. Yeah, I just was curious. I've never seen the Batman, so I don't know what. But yeah, I've really only seen, other than this one we're discussing on this episode, I've seen Banshees, Sacred Deer, and Dunkirk. Mm-hmm. I don't quite remember him in Dunkirk, although if I sat down and...
Well, all those boys look the same.
Yeah, and that's, it's Dunkirk's definitely an ensemble movie. Mm-hmm. And if I watched it, like if I sat down and started watching it now, I'd probably go, oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
But I don't remember off the top of my head. I from what I've seen, like at least between this Saltburn and Banshees, I think he's good. Like I said, I really liked him in Banshees, and this one I thought he held his own pretty good. Like I'll admit I do think he was quite good in this. Mm-hmm. I do think the whole cast actually.
Yeah, there were a lot of good performances. I mean, it's a pretty, like, I loved Gone Girl in this.
Oh, I can't think of her name. Yeah, no, I liked her too. What's her name? Gone Girl. Gone Girl. She her name is Rosamund
Pike. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought she was very charming in this movie. And I
liked her a lot.
Enjoyed her performance.
And I always like Richard E. Grant. I don't think he had that much to do in this movie, but what he did do was funny. It was charming.
Yeah.
I always like him. I mean, obviously we know his best work is Spice World, but
of course,
he's done some other things.
And I think Jacob Elordi plays his character very well too.
Yeah. He's an interesting actor. I just seen him. He plays the younger version of Richard Gere's character in Paul Schrader's most recent film, Oh, Canada, which Paul Schrader never makes a movie that isn't divisive, but I quite enjoyed it. I thought Richard Gere it's one of his best, I would think, acting-wise, and Elordi played the younger version. I think he did a decent job. Yeah, it's just about an older filmmaker being interviewed by some young filmmakers, and the older filmmaker has obviously got Alzheimer's. It's basically a kind of an Alzheimer's movie, if that's a genre.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah. I liked it. If you want to see more of Jacob, but he's also in, like you said, Frankenstein and...
Yeah, he was really good in Priscilla.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen Euphoria. I don't want to see Euphoria. It creeps me out.
Is that a show?
Yeah, it's a show about, like, teenagers having sex and doing drugs.
Ew.
Yeah.
I say that like I wasn't a teenager having sex and
doing drugs, yeah. No, it just, there's something about that is very off-putting to me. It doesn't sit well. And he was in the Kissing Booth movies, which are...
I was just going to say, he did the whole trilogy.
Yeah. He doesn't like that.
I don't even know what these movies are, so I don't...
They're like teen romantic comedies, I think.
Okay.
And I think in an interview he said he was embarrassed about them, but you Don't quote me on that.
Yeah. Well, dude, you got to start somewhere. It's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, his most recent films were Frankenstein and quote unquote Wuthering Heights.
Right.
Frankenstein, people didn't seem to like it across the board. That was divisive for some reason. I didn't look into it, but I really liked it.
Okay. Yeah, I still need to watch it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's very aesthetically pleasing. If you're just looking for like a Frankenstein movie, that's all I expected out of it was like
right
Frankenstein, and it was that. Yeah, no, I think I feel very positively about the actors in the movie.
Yeah.
It's just I think they did give the best performance that they could have under the circumstances, including the character Farley, I think the character's name was.
Oh yeah, Farley Start.
What's Farley Start?
Archer Madekwe.
Farley Start.
Archie Madekwe.
What are these?
Farley Start is his name.
What are these fucking character names?
Oliver. I don't know.
Oliver Swift. Oliver Quick. What? Fuck. It's dumb.
I don't know. I'd never seen this Archie fella before, but apparently he's in.
I hadn't either.
Midsummer, and which I have not seen.
Oh,
He's
I've
in
seen
Beau is
Midsommar.
Afraid. I haven't seen Gran Turismo, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen any of his other movies other than this one now. But
so he's in a lot of.
I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was doing a good like James Spader-ish,
right?
Like snobby guy, which I always appreciate. And that's another thing about this movie. I wanted to like it.
Okay.
I didn't like start watching it expecting to hate it fully because I like a sort of psychosexual obsession tale, and
right.
I like a Cruel Intentions ish, the shady side of the upper crust, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I like that sort of thing, the Bret Easton Ellis of it all.
Okay.
So yeah, I wanted to like it. It looked good.
Yeah.
Those expectations not being met in either genre I just described probably contributed to why I hate it so much.
Well, here I did a little bit of reading up on the movie. A lot of it is a lot of like, oh, there's critiques that it's style over substance. It's shallow commentary on class.
I don't mind that. Another one of my favorite movies is The Cell, starring Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
That is 100% style over substance.
Yes.
And I'll watch it anytime, anywhere.
And you could argue the same thing about, like, for instance, every movie Dario Argento ever made.
Sure.
Nobody has a problem liking those, so I don't know why. Granted, I'm usually a substance guy, but...
Well, I'm going to say something so brilliant right now.
Good. I need some brilliance.
I think style is a substance.
Wow.
I know, I went to film school.
Bold words, everybody. That is bold words from Hojo. On this show, you heard it here first. We got the scoop, the exclusive.
Trailblazer, trendsetter, tastemaker.
In fact, I'm going to tag that so that this goes viral. Just for your quote. If anything deserves to go viral, it's that.
I know.
No, but in a way, you're not wrong.
No, I'm being 100% sincere. Like, I know I was making a joke about it, but I'm being 100% sincere.
No,
as someone who does burlesque, like, that's something where you're conveying your entire story through style. Like, the medium is your body and clothes.
Yeah.
So, like, if something just, like, dazzles you,
yeah,
then that's a feeling you're getting out of the audience,
Right.
Yeah. And it's a valid emotion.
Yeah.
It's an emotion worth exploring too, like being fascinated about how something looks.
Yeah.
So I do think style over substance is kind of a weird thing to be an insult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's not a very creative insult, or it's not a very creative way to dismiss something.
Well, it's not a reason to dismiss something, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
I would tend to agree in the overall of it all.
Yeah, but sometimes things are vapid.
Right.
Rather than, prioritizing style over substance, I guess. If that makes sense.
Right. So one of the things I came across this, and I guess just, again, to give it a little context, you mentioned that Oliver is invited to Felix's family's estate. Once Oliver gets to this house, he begins to kind of manipulate each member of the family to get them on his side, so that in a way he becomes irreplaceable to all of them. It doesn't quite work.
No.
Except maybe in the course of the mom, Rosamund Pike. Throughout his stay at the house, Oliver systematically unravels this family and kills them.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the movie, he has moved back. He gets kicked out at one point because the family throws him a big birthday party. And the morning after the birthday party, they find Felix dead. And after that...
And Felix knew his secret that he wasn't actually his parents weren't actually abusive. They were just like nice people. So he has the secret. So... Yeah, Oliver, it does come to pass that Oliver has been lying the whole time. And, being a bit of a Zelig chameleon, kind of just becoming what he thought Felix wanted him to be. But at the same time, once you get to the ending, you find out that's not necessarily true either. That perhaps this was a plan from the start. So after Felix is found dead, then the sister supposedly kills herself, and the sister does kill herself.
Yeah, and then the cousin gets kicked out, and then finally the family is like, you need to leave, so he leaves. They basically pay him off to leave. And then flash forward a few years later, the father is dead, and the only person left is Rosamund Pike, the mother, the matriarch, and she bumps into Oliver at a coffee shop, and which of course was intentional on Oliver's part. And Oliver finds himself back at Saltburn, where he then proceeds to, I think it's implied that he poisons her or something.
Yeah, and then he owns Saltburn or whatever.
Yeah, he ends up just taking over the estate and becoming that, and decides to take off his clothes and dance around in his birthday suit.
And that's fine.
Yeah, no, it's all fine. Story-wise, I'm not...
No, story-wise, it's bad.
I just meant that I'm not opposed to that, telling that story in a movie. I mean, it's been done a million times. And this movie does often get compared to...
Theorem?
The Talented Mr. Ripley. Yeah. Pasolini's Theorem.
That's the movie that my brain goes to when I get mad about this movie. Because, it's like that movie, but it's like they have to point by point explain everything. Yeah. Which takes away the mystery and intrigue about that story. At the end, where they're just, revealing his, twisted, sick plan this whole time, that, kind of ruins everything for me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how you felt about that, because I didn't like it either. I think it should have remained... You didn't like it?
No, I don't like that at all. It's...
Okay.
Either visually show his motivations more throughout the movie, or, start when he comes to Saltburn. Yeah. Because, it's just, there's not enough character development to be oh, interesting. Right. You know what I mean? It just reveals, oh, here's what you missed, but you didn't actually miss it. Yeah. Because these are, added narrative elements. Right. It's just oh, yeah, let me explain everything that happened. So it's why did I sit here and watch this movie then? Yeah,
it's definitely, and I've read with some of the reading I did, that has polarized a lot of people that felt it was, she sort of spoon-fed everything to the audience during this last, these last few moments. And I agree. I think the movie, I think ambiguity would have sufficed. In fact, it might have even enriched.
Right. Well, then there's... I'm thinking about Killing of a Sacred Deer now. If I could say something positive about Killing of a Sacred Deer, it didn't do that.
Right. No, I agree.
That Barry Keoghan character, also systematically inserted himself into someone's family. Yeah. But in a way that when you watch it, I don't know, your brain just goes with it. Well, yeah. Yeah, you don't need to be hey, this is what this movie is actually about. Right, yeah. You dumbasses.
Yeah, that whole thing was just, I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like
it was so
really?
dumb.
And it was all so predictable. I mean, you knew.
Right.
And I've got this question. This is neither here nor there, but did they just not do autopsies on any of these people? Because he poisons Felix, and so they just find Felix dead in the middle of a hedge maze, or not even a hedge. It's like the maze in The Shining.
Yeah.
And they find him dead, and they don't do an autopsy because then they show us, oh, Oliver poisons him. And it's like, that would have been pretty easy to figure out if they'd autopsied him. And then later on, when the mom, Rosamund Pike's, the mom, I forget her name, but she's on a bed and she's on a ventilator.
Yeah.
And Oliver goes up and he's straddling her, she's basically in a coma. And he's straddling her and he literally pulls the tube out of her throat and whips it on the ground. And I'm like, so you're telling me, like, did he put it back in later to make it look like?
I don't know.
Like, I just thought it was stupid because I'm like, are they not checking these bodies when this guy just moves in and all of a sudden they start dropping dead and everybody just, oh, what a tragedy. Like, you're not investigating.
Right. And also
the weird guy.
If he, like, because this is implied to be a story about him being obsessed with Felix, right?
Right.
In the end, it seems like he wants their house.
Yeah.
So, and it also, that would mean that he would have had to have known about Saltburn before he even knew about, like, he developed this, like, weird obsession with Felix.
Yeah.
Because, like, it seems like that's what he's working towards is getting their house and not, like, getting with Felix. Like, that relationship wasn't well developed at all.
I didn't quite get that either. Well, I mean, I get it, but I'm just like...
It's just you can't show a bunch of pretty pictures of Jacob Elordi and be like, oh, yeah, these two characters are obsessed with each other. It's like, no, Emerald Finnell really likes Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't... They're, like... The desire is not conveyed well.
Right.
If you want it to be a psychosexual obsession thriller type thing. It's just...
Yeah.
I don't feel that desire, I guess.
Yeah.
I can tell that Jacob Elordi is an attractive man. That's a given. But, like, how are we supposed to feel about that?
Right.
It's not conveyed. So, like, seeing the ending where it's just, like, explained point by point, it's like, oh, well, this person wanted their life. He didn't want Felix. So, like, why is he targeting this family, I guess?
Yeah, and I mean, you could say, well, he just found a rich family and went with it because he's surrounded by rich families at this. Where's he going to school?
Oxford.
Oxford, yeah, Oxford. And so, okay, he just randomly picked a family.
But then that negates the entire, like, story of desire and obsession. That negates the entire thing. If it's just some random family he picked, you know?
Well, one of the things I read about it was a obsession and desire as consumption, where he basically desires something so much he wants to, quote unquote, consume it until it's gone, and he
wants to drink its cum.
Right. He wants to drink its cum. He wants to smear its period blood all over it and eat that as well. Mm-hmm. And then, for some reason, bore a hole into the freshly dug dirt of Felix's grave and insert his penis. Yeah.
So
he fucks a grave.
Yeah. And again,
drinks some semen.
What
are your thoughts on that?
On the 3 shock scenes?
If you want to call them that.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to call them that. Because those are the scenes that people talk about when they say, oh, this is so disturbing. Again, I will reiterate, I did not get this all-consuming sense of desire within the storytelling or the visual narrative.
Right.
Like I said, I get... It's not hard to not find Jacob Elordi attractive.
No. Well, and it's not hard to find any of it. Like, obviously, that house is beautiful. The mom's beautiful. The sister's beautiful. Like, so what?
Right.
Like,
yeah, no, Rosamund Pike's character is so charming. Like, I get it.
yeah.
I get why someone would be... that type of person is obviously, like, so, you know, fake, but I fall for that type of shit all the time.
Well, yeah, you watch entire reality shows based around people like that.
I know, but, like, if I don't know. She charmed me to my core. I understand how these people are compelling, but I feel like we're either supposed to find them evil and, like, root for Oliver. But I'm getting off track because we're talking about the cum eating.
Oh, well, it all goes together.
Yeah, it's just...
Because you're right, it's like, what made them evil? Like,
There's, like, one little incident where they hint at kind of a white savior complex.
Sure,
that the family has. And there is some, like, you know, racism that is hardly addressed.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't call that one little exchange between Farley and Felix addressing the race problem.
No.
So,
but I mean, but ultimately, you know, we're supposed to not like them because they're rich.
Right. But also, Emerald Finnell is rich.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a haves and have-nots being told by, like, an egregious have.
Right.
So...
And at the same time, like we were talking about earlier, just because someone's attractive, well, so...
Yeah.
Just like, okay, so they're rich. And...
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not necessarily a fan of the rich either, but you gotta give me more than that.
Right.
Like,
yeah. What they could have done, because they keep talking about how hot it is. Like, show someone sweating. Show someone, like...
Yeah.
You know, there's just not a sense... Like, that could have been the thing that drove that visual home. Is, like, just... You can't just say it's hot. Like, just show, like, something that's all-consuming that isn't just pretty pictures of attractive people, I guess. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe they shot it in the middle of winter and they had to throw those lines in there to make people realize it's summer.
It's like that part... Well, I feel like I understand that part in Poltergeist 3 more, actually. There's this part in Poltergeist 3 where... Hold on.
No. I think we know someone that's going to be really happy you brought that up.
Well, I wrote an article about the amount of denim in Poltergeist 3.
You did?
Yeah. There's this
Should
part...
have been viral.
It's still... I think it's still up there.
Go look that up. Google it.
There's this part where Laura Flynn Boyle, is that the girl that was in that movie?
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing like 5,000 shirts and coats, and she's like, "Oh, it's so hot out here." But I think that's because of the ghosts in the hotel. That's why.
Oh yeah, probably. I don't know. I haven't seen that since.
No one has watched that movie closer than I have.
You and Rick Reed.
So I can even come up with an explanation for that.
I was just joking. I don't even know why they kept saying that and not showing it.
Well, I think that could have been used. She obviously has access to fashion and money. She could get like a water bottle full of, you know, glycerin and spray these people down with some sweat and make it a little more sensual. I don't know.
Well, and it's like in Spike Lee did that in a couple of his movies with Do the Right Thing and Summer of Sam. The oppressive heat was a character.
Yeah, exactly.
In those movies, you feel it though. The characters are sweating. Everybody's getting angrier because
yes, and that draws out emotion. That draws out something. You know, you can also see it. So there's simple ways that maybe because this story has been told 1,000 times, but also there's simple ways that she could have like conveyed that sort of desire and all-consumingness of whatever we're supposed to think Oliver is feeling for Felix, I guess.
Yeah, because there's nothing like even the opposite. I'm thinking of that movie, The Ascent.
Mm-hmm.
Larissa Sheptiko?
I love that movie. Where it's so cold.
Yeah, you feel cold watching that movie.
Yeah.
The characters don't keep telling each other how cold it is.
No.
You can see how cold, and it's the same thing with those Spike Lee movies I mentioned. Like, halfway through Do the Right Thing, you're like, God, I'm getting anxious.
Yeah.
Like, something's going to happen. Like, and even as an audience sitting in, like, an air-conditioned room, you're like, you start to feel tense.
Right.
And I never felt that.
Right. Also, in The Ascent, the coldness creates a relationship between those two characters.
Right.
Because they're having to, like, breathe on each other to, like, keep each other warm. It's like you feel that like bond.
Yeah.
So, and that's a simple thing to do. That's just like a simple visual thing. And she, Miss Finnell puts so much effort into her visuals. I don't understand why she couldn't just put that tiny little element that could have created something that I could feel and care about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There wasn't any, as much as the events unfolding on screen were meant to feel, make the audience feel uncomfortable, and she was definitely wanted us to feel tense. There was never any moment of tension. Like, you're kind of just watching the freak show unfold.
Right. They're just eccentric. They're not that evil. They're just eccentric.
No, that's the thing is, I mean,
obviously there's some racist stuff happening, but she's not the one to comment on that, clearly, because she barely did. So, like...
Yeah, and I didn't even really dislike any of the guys. And yeah, even though Felix starts to act like a jerk towards Oliver at the end, it's because he just found out Oliver's been lying.
Right, it's justified.
Like, yeah, you're kind of like, well, I'd be pissed at you too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that is a justified reaction.
I wasn't mad at any of these people. I was like,
right.
Why do you want me to hate these? They're kind of dumb. They're obviously have no connection to reality, but I don't hate them. None of them seem that mean.
Well, like, the problem is there's a lot of character concepts, but there's not a lot of character development at all.
Right.
It's like, I can tell she had an image of her head of what she wanted poor dear Pamela to look like.
Yeah.
And, like, what type of person that we've all met that person.
Yeah.
Is that character developed? No.
Is that character necessary? No.
No.
That was, hey, I'm going to give my pal Carrie Mulligan a part.
Yeah, and she looked great. I loved her sad...
Sure.
Her sad, look. Her, like, bag lady.
You want to know what? I want to read this to you because she says, I didn't write it to be shocking. And then she also claimed that the reason people found the bathtub cum drinking scene, or cum slurping, that's not even drinking, he's slurping that cum, and the graveyard fuck scene, she just said, oh, people are calling it gross because they're turned on.
No,
Emerald, I was not. I would tell you if I was.
No! How the fuck... How in the hell did she manage to make a scene where someone literally fucks a grave? So boring.
I know.
On paper, yeah, that's shocking, I guess. Again, I come from, a different mindset, because...
Yeah, I don't...
I love films like Necromantic and stuff like that.
Flesh for Frankenstein.
Yeah, like, things... You can tell when a story is transgressive, as opposed to when an image is transgressive, I guess. Or right. Like, you're trying to be... You're just throwing it in there because you're like, oh, look how fucked up I am. Yeah. As opposed to, like, actually telling a story that will shake someone, I guess. Or shake up the public opinion. It's just someone fucking a grave. And it's boring. Yeah, I knew that scene was coming. Because you had told me about it and I read about it. And I don't know. It just, I was unfazed. And I'm not saying that, and I know you're not either, to, sort of set ourselves up as some sort of edgelord. No.
gatekeeper to bad taste, but
that's why it's confusing to me. Like, how do you make something like that boring?
Right.
And maybe I'm just fucked up, but like,
no,
I felt nothing watching that.
No.
It's kind of like this. Another film I hate that you haven't seen. Megan is Missing.
Oh yeah.
There's some stuff in that movie. It's like, oh, you just wanted to put this in the movie. Like, you're not trying to make a point. You just wanted to show something fucked up, and it's boring. Like, it's not even interesting. It doesn't make a point, and I'm not, like, I don't care. Because there's this scene at the end of that movie where they're, like, digging a grave for this girl who's in a barrel, and she's screaming.
Right.
And it's like, I should feel something watching that.
Right.
Like, it's tragic. And it just feels tedious.
Right.
And that is bad filmmaking.
Yeah. Well, because I know you're a fan of vampires and vampire films and books.
Yes.
You do have a whole shelf devoted to vampire paperbacks.
I collect vampire paperbacks, yes.
Yes.
Based on the art on the cover.
Ms. Finnell has, I don't know if this is a direct quote, but basically she said, Oliver is a kind of vampire, but you never know who the vampires are. What do you think about this movie? Because she actually classifies this somewhat as a vampire film. Like
an energy vampire type situation? Or because
I don't know.
He
Cum vampire?
Okay.
He drank semen. It's a vampire.
This is...
like Udo Kier and Spermula.
Sure.
Real movie, by the way.
That is a form of cannibalism, I would venture to say. That's...
wow.
It is a form of erotic cannibalism to consume another person's fluids.
You're saying that porn stars are cannibals because...
We don't have time to get into erotic cannibalism.
No.
But, like, as a concept, sure. If you're going to explore it in a movie, you really have to explore it. I would say the Hannibal series on NBC explores it better than this movie.
Okay.
And it's not even erotic. It's just the idea of consuming another person, I guess, emotionally and physically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, if you want to see a piece of media about an all-consuming obsession, two people who are obsessed with each other in a cannibalistic way, watch NBC's Hannibal, because that's AMC's Interview with the Vampire. Great.
What about that movie Cannibal?
Sure. If you want to watch that, you can. Anyone's allowed to watch that. It's fine.
Yes. For any of you that might be interested, there is a 2006 film called Cannibal, directed by Marion.
Based on the Rotenberg.
Yeah, it's directed by Marion Dora, and it's about the Rotenberg cannibal.
It's real fucked up. Don't watch it. But if you want an example of a better portrayal of that sort of vampirism or cannibal behavior, cannibalism, those are better examples, I would say.
I say watch it. You should watch it with your whole family. Bring it over to Christmas or Easter.
Yeah. If she wanted to go there, then I just don't think sucking cum out of a bathtub conveys that, like, just as a weird scene to, like, throw in there. I don't think it conveys that at all.
No, and you could have done that and done it. I just don't. It's just the way she did it. I was just like,
it's just
I don't know.
It's an inserted scene to be fucked up. It's not like
my threshold for weird is so much different than others, I guess. And again, I'm not saying that to be impressive. It's just a fact. I've just seen too much.
Right.
That you got, like, people are like, oh, wasn't that fucked up? And I'm like, was it? Like, I don't. Yeah, in real life it would be, but in this movie, in the context of this movie,
sure.
No. It's like every time Cronenberg makes a movie and they're like, oh, it's so fucked up that they show a child autopsy, and I'm like, is it fucked? It makes perfect sense in the context of this movie. What are you talking about? Like, what did you expect? Like,
yeah, but
like when people saw Crash, and I'm like, I didn't find it that shocking. Like, I just, like, that's the story, and
right.
I guess if you're shocked by it, then this wasn't for you. But in the context of that movie, it made sense that those characters would do that.
The key word is context.
Exactly.
Like, it's worked into the narrative.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just there to, like, it's just, it makes it so obvious what she's trying to say. And in that way, it's not saying anything.
Yeah.
It's a very, like, show and not tell, or, like, the whatever that phrase is. But getting back to Oliver as a vampire,
mm-hmm.
if she's saying that about him consuming other people's fluids, I don't think it counts as vampire behavior. And if she's talking about him being an energy vampire that just, like, sucks these people's energy, I guess. I that was the intent. I can see that was the intent.
Yeah.
Was it done well? No. Point blank.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Stone cold, no.
I think what a lot of it, just to me, it seemed like there was a lot of the motifs of this movie were sort of desire, obsession, consumption, and desecration. Mm-hmm. Were the 4 words that kept popping in my head, because it seems like he's obviously obsessed. Ultimately, he's obsessed with an idea of wanting to be something other than he's not, so he'll do anything he can to become that thing, or if he can't become that thing, he'll consume that thing, mm-hmm. and if he can't consume it, he'll desecrate it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, okay.
But at the same time, it's like you have to pick. Do you want this to be like someone obsessed with a person or someone obsessed with a lifestyle?
Yeah.
You know? And if you want it to be those two things together, you have to weave it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll ask you this. Was there even one scene in the movie that you actually did like? Like, just as a whole little bit within the movie, because there is one for me.
Yes.
That I thought was genuinely good. So, what's yours?
I don't know if I found this to be genuinely good, or original, but I did like, just like the opening to the birthday party where they play that Princess Superstar song. That 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me hear you scream if you want some more. That song, I love that song. That might just be because of that song. The soundtrack, banger.
It's great. Yeah. Ladytron, Destroy Everything You Touch. Maybe a bit of a obvious choice, but I like that song.
Well, no, I listened to that music at the time, so.
I did too. That was a dance floor hit because I was DJing at the time, and you threw on that Ladytron jam, and the kids went nuts.
It's good shit.
But at the same time, it's an obvious choice because it's called Destroy Everything You Touch.
Sure.
So I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. So.
Well, I agree with you on that party. I actually, if that party scene had been in a whole different movie, mm-hmm. I liked that part. Like, that's not the scene I'm talking about, but I did like a lot of that. Like, I'm a fan of Fellini. I'm a fan of Caligula. I'm a fan of those kind of, is the word Baroque, or
Baroque
sort
is a good word for it.
Yeah, it's a sort of over the top kind of imagery, music, and movement. Mm-hmm. With, there's weird costumes. He had the deer horns, which reminded me of that, what's that one? I can't remember if it's The Rape of the Vampire or The Shiver of the Vampire. That Gene Rollin movie with that suicide cult, and all the women are wearing diaphanous gowns and antlers. I showed you that one, I think. I love that shit. So I was all about all that, but it just, No,
because every time there's a scene I like, it gets ruined by something dumb.
Right.
So it's hard. I do like when Felix was giving a tour of his house, the Saltburn.
Yeah.
Because that was a good performance from Jacob Elordi, I guess. Just being like the kind of I'm rich, but it's not a big deal type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I thought that was really good, but that's on him. So
right. My scene, the scene I genuinely liked. I just thought the pacing of it, the writing in it, and the acting in it was great. And that's when after they discover Felix is murdered or that he's dead.
Oh yeah.
They go and have lunch.
Right. That is really good. Well,
that whole scene, just cracked me up. I just thought, like, because first of all, Oliver's the only one that's really eating. Mm-hmm. The parents are trying to be like, oh, well, we're just going to move on. And meanwhile, outside, you hear them moving the dead body around.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get the blinds shut so they don't have... It was just good. I thought that was the one shining moment of comedy, I guess.
And also tension. Like, that actually had some type of tension there. Like, some type of... A relationship was built between the characters in that small moment. The, like, red curtains miss me.
Yeah.
But, like, that's so derivative.
The butler keeps interrupting them.
Yeah, no, that's good. No, I'm just saying the one thing I don't like about that is the red curtains. It's like, shut the fuck up. But
I don't know why that whole scene I was
well,
like,
because it's
all right.
It is a pretty real portrayal of, like, what do you do when someone close to you dies?
Yeah.
Like, are you just supposed to carry on? Or are you supposed to freak out? You know?
Right.
So, yeah, that was... And it was a well-built scene. I agree. So, Ryan.
Yeah?
Did I kill you? Or did I thrill you? Or should I kill myself?
Okay. Hold off on doing anything rash until you hear me out. Okay?
Okay.
I'll tear the Band-Aid off real quick first, but again, hear me out.
I have my thumbnail dug into my jugular right now.
Okay. No, I did not like this movie.
Okay.
However, I don't think I quite hated it as much as you.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not like, and I'll get to my full opinion in a second, but there actually was quite a few things about this movie I liked keyword being while I was watching it. I actually liked the way it opened. I liked the build. I like the character, not so much the character build, but the story build. I liked where it was going. I thought, and I still do think the acting in this movie is quite good. Mm-hmm. And I think I don't know how, I obviously wasn't there on set. I don't know how she works with actors, but I think the actors, if nothing else, knew what they were doing, knew what they were in. They knew what they were playing. They read the instruction manual.
They read the script.
Yeah, and there were at times where I felt sorry for Oliver. There were times where I never trusted him from the start. I didn't trust anybody from the start. And although as the movie went on, I began to like the rich people a little more. And I still, now that I'm thinking about it, do, because I don't think they were any better or worse than any... because, you know, in this kind of movie, you kind of want them to deserve to be destroyed. And I'm not necessarily sure these people deserve to be destroyed. Unless I missed something.
Not to that extent.
Yeah, like, it just didn't... that never made sense to me, because I was like, I don't know, man. Oliver, you're the one that kind of fucked this up.
Right.
Like, and then, of course, we just have to find out how conniving he's been since the beginning. So, whatever. I hated the ending. I hated that whole... just where we've got to explain everything by showing flashbacks of him.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
dumb.
Stupid. But there were things and that's what kind of sucks about it, is because there were things I genuinely liked about it. Like, I honestly, I don't know, visually it's great. Acting is great. The music was great. I liked how it, you know, like you said, he takes him to the house, and it's sort of like those tracking shots in The Shining, where they're just, he's getting a tour. It's a lot faster than The Shining, but, you know, he's whipping through the house just saying, this is dead relative, or it's dead relly, piano doesn't work, and he's just, and I'm like, okay, this is, you know, I like this is fun. And I loved the whole birthday party thing. Like, I thought visually that was just, it was just fun. Like, I really liked the way it looked. I loved the energy of it. And I didn't even mind a lot of the sensual moments where, you know, I did like the scene where Felix and the cousin, what's his name?
Farley?
Yeah, I liked that scene where they're just kind of drunk and laying there face to face.
Oh, you're talking about Oliver, at that other party?
Yeah, when they're doing karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was those guys played off each other really well. It was kind of flirty. And I genuinely liked that moment. I was like, I knew he was manipulating him, but I bought it. I was like, okay, this is, and then they get up and sing the Pet Shop Boys, You Pay My Rent. Again, maybe too spot on, but I think that was the point of it.
Sure.
But I loved Rosamund Pike. I loved, I mean, the sister was kind of iffy to me, but although I think that scene in the bathtub, right before she kills herself, I think her acting in that is really good. So that's what sucks, is because honestly, there's a version of this movie that I kind of love.
Well, yeah, that's why I said there's like one little thing they could have done. There's like little adjustments they could have done to make it be a good movie.
But ultimately, this neither thrilled me or killed me, and this might be the most damning review I can give of a movie in my book, is right away after finishing it and within the 48 hours since I watched it, I feel absolutely nothing.
That's exactly how I felt.
Yeah, I'm so indifferent to this movie now. Mm-hmm. And even listening to you talk about it, I started to realize that I probably dislike it even more than I thought. Mm-hmm. Because I'm kind of mad at it. Like, you could have got me with this one, Emerald Finnell.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's why I hate it so much, is because it disappointed me so much. Like, it's yeah, you know, kind of a meh movie, but like it's so frustrating when a movie, like, you just have to turn the dial a little notch to one side and it'll be good. That's so frustrating.
Yeah, like, I don't even know, like, maybe if that ending was cut off, or maybe if just, like, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever know, because I have no plans whatsoever to watch this again. And my opinion on her as a director hasn't really changed much. Mm-hmm. I actively dislike Promising Young Woman. I did not actively dislike Saltburn. I just didn't feel anything for Saltburn. So maybe actively disliking is almost better.
Yeah. No, I've heard some people have told me to give it grace because it might be like a baby's first transgressive movie. Mm-hmm. So that's why people are so shocked and in awe of it, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. Saltburn is a film with a scene of someone fucking a grave.
Yeah.
And it just seems desperate.
Yeah, and on paper I should like that.
Yeah. Or on paper that should shock me. But it just seems like a lot of it seems like, oh, you had scenes in a novel you wanted to write, but you didn't have anything to connect them.
Right.
You know, like I think everyone's been there if you've ever written fiction, where you have like clear, vivid scenes that you want to write, and those are really good, but you have to connect them somehow.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the boring part. So you kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think ultimately for me it might just be the same thing as drinking non-flavored LaCroix. Like,
non-flavored LaCroix.
Yeah, you know how they got that just plain water LaCroix?
Yes.
And it's just like, while I'm drinking it, it's maybe refreshing in a way because it's putting water in my body. Just like this is putting something in my eyes that is pretty to look at. But then once I'm done with it, I can't really even remember what it tastes like. And I really don't want to ever have it again. And I'm just going to go return it for the dime. And for those of you that don't know, in Michigan, you can return carbonated beverage cans for a deposit back. You get your deposit. Never mind. They have that in other states. Just some of our listeners may not be aware of this, of what I just meant by what I said. And I don't even know if that makes any sense, because I almost feel like LaCroix might be better. And I hate LaCroix, but it might be better.
I love, as a dedicated LaCroix drinker, I don't...
You are.
I don't know if I understand your point of view.
I'm just indifferent. And
yeah.
I was even telling someone at work today, because I'm like, yeah, I watched Saltburn, and they're like, I have no desire to see that movie. What did you think? And I'm like, that's the problem. I don't.
Right.
Like, I literally have nothing to... I mean, not that I don't have things to say about it, but I just have no feelings for it whatsoever.
Yeah, and
so
this is probably, like, my personal problem, but, like, when the reaction to a movie is so strong and it does absolutely nothing for me, I end up hating it. Like, I end up having, like, a strong hate for it, I guess.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get.
Like, if it was just, if everyone, I'm not saying, like, oh, if everyone agreed with me, then I would like it more. But, like,
right.
It's just, I feel like I was watching a different movie than how a lot of people felt. I was like, what are you seeing in this that's, like, that makes such a big impact?
Yeah.
Like, even some of the social issues that it touches on, it doesn't go in depth.
No.
It just kind of skims it. So it's not even, like, a really good, like, satire or, like, commentary on class, I guess, which is, I
right.
think what it might have... I mean, knowing Emerald Finnell, it probably wasn't originally that. It probably was originally supposed to be a tale of desire and obsession and whatever. But I know there's... And, like, I think this trend is still going on, but there's just that, like, trend of haves and have-not movies being made very much by people who have money.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes rings out as insulting.
Yeah.
And this sort of leans that way to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because, like we keep saying... you don't really feel like why the main character has, what his motivation is to destroy these people's lives.
Right.
And in a movie like Theorem, the Pasolini film,
yeah,
there's not a whole lot of explanation there either. But it also, like, it works because it's not trying to spell everything out for you, and this is trying to spell everything out for you, and in that way is more ambiguous than anything. Like, the point
right.
is lost in the explanation, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
The frustration is... It's not that I went into it being like, oh, this is so stupid, I hate this so much. It's the frustration that amps up the hatred for it, for me.
Right. Yeah, I was actually a little concerned at first because for the first half hour or so, I was actually into it. And I was like, uh-oh. Like, this is going to be... Because, like, I think I've told you this before, and I've mentioned it before on this show, that I kind of go into everything expecting to hate it. Mm-hmm. So I had heard from you and a couple other people just how bad this was. So, yeah, during the first half hour or so, I'm like... I'm actually kind of into this, so I hope this... I mean, not that I would be afraid, but, you know, I know you, and I'm like, yeah, you're probably going to threaten to kill yourself if I like this movie, and I didn't want to have to clean up the mess and all that, and, you know, the cats would probably get to you first, because I would sleep in.
They'd probably do an autopsy on me.
Yeah, but I don't...
But the cops didn't have the same consideration for Jacob Elordi.
But anyway, so then by the end of the movie, it kind of, as I was walking upstairs after watching it, and I'm like, wow, I feel nothing for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually glad, because I remember we were going to actually record a day sooner, but I'm glad I didn't, because now I'm kind of settled into like, yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I really, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it either, so.
Yeah, it makes me ask questions about myself. Like, am I so desensitized that this, because like the reaction to it was so strong. It's like, am I desensitized? Like, should I be concerned about myself?
No, it's fine. We're fine. Everybody's fine. You know what? I don't want to talk about Saltburn anymore. So let's just, we've got this recorded. This is a sort of time capsule, a document, audio document of our dislike, or my indifference and your dislike. It'll go down in history. They'll have this in a museum someday.
The indifference is part of the dislike. Like, that's what contributes to the hatred. Anyway.
True. What I'm getting at is we have no reason to ever discuss it ever again.
No, but I needed to talk about how much I hated it. So thank you.
You're welcome. And now I'm going to do something else that I'm not always going to do this, but occasionally on the show I might get inspired to give my guests a recommendation for a movie.
Ooh.
May or may not be tied into the one we talked about. It may be completely the opposite of what we talked about, but this one is actually kind of adjacent to, I won't even say kind of adjacent. It comes from the same family of films as Saltburn and Talented Mr. Ripley. It's a little sort of forgotten indie film from 1993 called 6 Degrees of Separation.
I've seen the first 15 minutes of that.
Okay. Stockard Channing, Will Smith, Donald Sutherland, Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Even J.J. Abrams has an acting part in it.
Wow.
It wasn't the first dramatic role that Will Smith played, but it was kind of the first major dramatic role that Will Smith took on.
Okay.
And Stockard Channing actually got an Oscar nomination for it. It was actually, I have not seen it in a long time, but when it came out, it was one of my favorites of that year. And I pushed everybody at the video store I worked at to rent it. Mm. And none of them would. Like, there were like 3 movies I tried to get everybody to rent. And it was Radioland Murders, Hudsucker Proxy, and 6 Degrees of Separation. Nobody would rent them because we had like two copies of each of them. That's how little people cared about like even the Coen brothers back then, is that I couldn't even get people to rent a Coen brothers movie. So, times have changed. Mm-hmm. And
but this is like a good movie and not a Saltburn.
I actually liked this. Now, don't hold me to that because it has been a long time, mm-hmm. but I have been meaning to go back to it, and it's definitely adjacent because it's about a guy that kind of, this is no spoiler, but he cons his way into a rich family. Mm-hmm. It's based on a play, and I don't know if that's where the whole 6 Degrees of Separation concept came from, was that play, or if the play came out of that concept. But this was around the time when that started becoming part of the cultural lexicon.
Oh, like the Kevin Bacon thing?
Yeah. This was when people started to go, did you know we're all only 6 degrees away from knowing each other? Mm-hmm. And that kind of became a thing, and then the Kevin Bacon thing came out of that. So this is, I'm just saying, give it a try.
I will. I like that kind of movie. Like, I do like that kind of movie. So.
Okay. Well, you're under no obligation, no expectations, but when you come back on the show again, and if you have seen it by then, we can discuss it. Mm-hmm. We also have, I'm not going to make an official announcement yet, but you will be joining me and another one of one of my guests for an upcoming, I'm not saying it's a new series.
They're specials.
But it's a side quest. Mm-hmm. And hopefully we'll be announcing that soon, but you kind of teasing you with a little bit on this episode. So why don't you let everybody know again, who you are. Well, they know who you are. Do you have anything you want to plug?
I don't know. Just, if you're in Grand Rapids and you see Hojo want to line up, come to the show.
If you see Hojo, you better go.
Yeah, on a comedy lineup or whatever.
Yeah, do it.
I don't know. I'm around here. I'm out here. I'm doing stuff. I'm doing stuff. So I'm not on. I don't have any like social media handles to really give to people.
You don't need them
because social media is evil.
It's not good.
It's one of the. I'm trying not to be, but I feel like I should. Anyway, we don't need to talk about my problems.
I get it.
We already talked about a problem called Saltburn.
Yes. So, all right, everybody. So yeah, set through the end credits, and you'll hear all the places you can find me online. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, but also even more importantly is leave us a star review. Leave us a review. Tell your friends about us. Just help us out.
If you also hate Saltburn, I would like to talk to you.
Yeah, let's get some Saltburn hate going. Or if you love it, let's get some Saltburn love going. I'm pretty easy. Couple other podcasts to check out. If you are a podcast person and you like movie podcasts, check out Blast Points, What Went Wrong, and my favorite, Not a Bomb. If you want to find out about terrible people, listen to Behind the Bastards. And, those are ones I listen to on a pretty much regular basis. So, check them out. And we'll see you back here next week with a different movie that's hopefully way more fun to talk about than fucking Saltburn. And
I had fun.
Yeah. Well,
sorry.
I raised my glass filled with cum water to you, and clink.
Clink, clink. Chin, chin. Cheers.
If you enjoyed this program, you should totally follow it online.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're talking.
So where are you?
Go to Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, Letterboxd, and YouTube.
Cool.
And search for CinemaMilkshake.
Do it. We'll give it a whirl. Why not?
And
Like, follow, share, and leave feedback.
You tell the world.
You certainly don't have to, but it would be a whole lot cooler if you did.
Believe that shit.
Word.
Oh, that's good.
Until next time, don't let the bastards grind you down.
Listen, don't get prancy with me, kiddo.
Keep watching movies.
Dude, that movie was fucking sweet. In fact, you fucking ass it was.
And, most importantly, dear listeners,
What's up?
enjoy every milkshake.
I feel like something incredible is really gonna happen here.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
I'm disgusted and repulsed, and I can't look away.
what is this? Some kind of a joke?
Some sort, yes.
Bravo!
You're mocking me, aren't you?
How dare you?
Do you know anything about the art of film production?
Well, I like to think so.
Direction, the acting, the storyline. That shit was bad.
Wow.
That was fucking trippy.
Yeah, boy.
What did you think?
I can't talk about it anymore. It's giving me a headache.
Why don't you knock it off with them negative waves?
That's part of your problem, you know. You haven't seen enough movies. All of life's riddles are answered in the movies.
I had enough. I give up. I want to go home.
But adoring someone is certainly better than being adored. Being adored is a nuisance.